Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, live from Las Vegas. Let's talk some Dogecoin. Hope you guys are all doing well. Please excuse the glare in my backdrop, but as the sun rises, so does Dogecoin news, and that's what we're going to talk about today in this video. So make sure you guys stick around to the end. Appreciate you all tuning in. We're going to go over a couple headlines, go over the price, and I'll give you guys the Dogecoin news today. So please subscribe if you have not done so to the channel, and let's get down into it, okay? Obviously, guys, we're also going to talk about some crypto, some financial stuff. Please remember, not financial advice. Always do your research and due diligence, but we need to ask ourselves, will we see a 70% surge incoming? There's a lot of on-chain data that is backing up this kind of trend, as well as we have seen over 6.2 billion new Dogecoin, okay? And that has been a new high for the last 24 hours that we were talking about. We are seeing an incredible surge in trading volume. That's kind of backing up the narrative that we will see this 70% surge, if you do believe in that, okay? So we're going to talk about that. We're going to go over a little bit more about Dogecoin, how many holders are actually in the money. And then I also want to share with you guys kind of what the crypto market's doing as a whole. So let's get down into that, okay? The biggest thing I think right now that we have to pay attention to is the fearfulness that we have as traders, right? 37 on the fear and greed index. That is something where we look at Bitcoin roughly down 2%. We had the CPI data come out a little bit earlier today. And this is something where you're gonna have to forgive me, guys. I'm having a little time zone adjustment here mentally. So if I am late and you guys watch me every single day, please just kind of bear with me as I kind of adjust to my mental clock. But we do look at Bitcoin down 2%. It's where we've struggled to break through 66,000. But if you look at Bitcoin, you kind of take it all consideration with Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and I'll show you guys what Doge is doing on the day as well. It's not that bad, okay? It's not that bad. It's something where, you know, in some form or fashion, I kind of want to say it's okay. Personally, if you want my 2 cents and how I'm viewing it, and obviously it's not financial advice, but if you guys traded crypto around the Russian-Ukraine conflict, and you know, if you were like me and you did, you know, a stupid emotional decision and you panic sold a little bit, then you're going to understand where I'm coming from, because what we have going on in the Middle East is no joke. And I know it's a war we've been fighting for hundreds of years, and God forbid, for the sake of humanity, just make it stop. But this is where, you know, you take it all in consideration. You look at kind of where Bitcoin is. We're still trading above 60,000. Cryptos are holding tight. And there's really not that much craziness in terms of volatility when really, if you couple in kind of those momentum builders, those catalysts, there should be a ton of fear in the market, but there's not. So that's a good thing to hang our hats on. Personally, when we look into it a little deeper, I think that Dogecoin is set in a pole position, and I'm going to show you guys why. If we look into kind of the yearly chart, and you look at Dogecoin, we've been on kind of a steady consolidation pattern, and this is dating back all the way back to February of this year. And back in that late part of winter, early part of spring, I should say, in Q1, when we did kind of get above the 20 cents level, and everybody was getting bullish on Dogecoin. We saw all this whale activity pick up. It was really starting to look like we were turning the corner, turning the page for Doge. I just want to share with you guys kind of right now that we're still up 77 plus %. So it's not all bad. All right. And it's kind of this, you know, personally, if you guys bought Dogecoin in 2021 and you held it and it crashed, I think I'd rather be right here. I think I'd rather be right here in this moment than I would be back in those levels, because a lot of people got wrecked. And that's kind of what's going to lead me into the next conversation piece is right now, as we look at Dogecoin news today, we have a ton of panic selling that could be happening. But we've seen 6.2 billion. That is a record for Dogecoin trading volume. That is something where we've seen this boost. It's preventing a lot of panic selling in the market. Now, that is where we're seeing a lot of surging in this trading volume, and that's indicating that we are having the opportunity for investor confidence. Now when trading volume rises, that looks like that we are kind of in a near balance within buyers and sellers if we have not seen, you know, the price kind of boom, if you will. Okay, so whales can manipulate. They can do what they want to do. They can swim out there and trade crypto without really negatively affecting the coin's price, and that's a good thing. Okay, so looking at this kind of as a prevailing metric, I think Dogecoin may experience a price rebound from these levels. 10 cents or a dime? That's the question that I always ask you guys. Would you rather have a dime or would you rather have one Dogecoin? So I think it's pretty much a cut and dry answer for me. But as we look into this forecast and see more so why we're seeing the resilience for Dogecoin and the failure to break down past 10 cents even further, very, very happy with those numbers, okay? Also, Dogecoin, will we see a 70% surge? That's kind of the the storyline, the big narrative that I wanted to bring to your guys' attention in this video. And we talked a little bit about why the investor confidence is there, okay? Well, this is kind of it, guys, and I'm going to just jump down to the bottom of this article, so I want to share with you guys right here. The current activity suggesting that the institutional investors, or otherwise known whales for that matter, may be preparing for a future price increase because what we talked about, the large trading volume, but the stable price, and only 24% of the addresses, and this is kind of the big take-home message, only 24% of the addresses of Dogecoin holders are out of the money, okay? So what we're doing is we have virtually very little selling pressure, okay? And that's very, very significant. 11.4 billion Doge has been moved in the last 24 hours, and that is a huge increase in volume, but we have zero selling pressure. Not zero, but you know what I mean. It's more so towards and aligned to being negative in terms of that. So that's going to result in less selling and liquidations of Dogecoin, and that would obviously prevent a more bearish narrative. But the biggest thing here is getting above that 13 to 16 cents range I talked to you guys about oh so much. That is the range where I like Dogecoin to be at. If we look at the chart, we break it down, we break out that trading range, that zone of activity between 13 cents and 16 cents. That's where I want to see Dogecoin just kind of hang out until we get a tailwind from the overall market, and that will act as a catalyst to kind of launch us into the next season. That's kind of my thoughts. That's how I'm viewing it. That's how I'm playing it. I appreciate you guys all watching. For us as holders, let's get above 20 cents, then we can start talking some long-term bullish outlooks. Also, side note, anybody that is down there in Florida right now, thoughts and prayers out for you guys. Stay safe. It's horrible what we're seeing on TV, but I understand. I have family down in Florida, and you talk to them from time and time again, and they act, as if it's no big deal. They're not moving, they're not evacuating, and it's just something about being a Floridian, I guess. But it is a serious case, I guess, from what's being presented in terms of the magnitude of this hurricane. So hopefully everybody stays safe. Thoughts and prayers, and appreciate you guys watching. If you can do so, though, do me a solid. Make sure you guys all subscribe on your way out to this video, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.